Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... The power that is within all of us. There is something unique to every individual. And saying that out loud, I just remembered that there used to be a thing about like showing your transformations in the Hated Girl episodes that never seemed to come out of literally nowhere, and I realized that was never indulged on in anything. And I now have an idea for my next show. Okay, not too for achievation now, I've convinced myself. We were talking about that earlier, by the way, in a call. That's why I was just racking my brain there. Anyway, let's focus. Unconnected thoughts. We're talking about Royale Fairy Academy powers today. And yes, I still pronounce it Royale because it's spelled with an E and I'm very petty like that. So, but let's see. It seems like the Royals are reacting to the reveal of said power. And that is ultimately, I guess, the result of the end games or something like that. Not really sure. This was a spur-of-the-moment recommendation. We're going back into other stuff. But before we actually get into the actual episode... Gosh darn it, I was about to click on the guest link, and one of the guests disappears. The other one's Aiden. Hello. I don't know. I was 1 second away from pressing to allow the other guest in.
Oh no, she died.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You did... Wait, you did... Question mark. You did. Oh, speaking of guest.
Oh no, here we go. Never mind.
Hey!
Hello, sorry, my thing. Right as Jacob was starting to introduce the guest.
Exactly, yeah.
You ruined his segues. As everyone on the stream should know, Jacob loves his segues.
Yes. I mean, I feel like you're the biggest culprit of ruining them, but that's fair. Yes,
Yeah.
That's true. I do love my segues. What were you going to say, Aiden, about guests?
Nothing. That was me trying to do a segue.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me. We recorded something today, a song.
What?
Yes, that's why, that's why this particular group is together, because we're like, oh, hey, do you want to join the string off this? Because, yeah, it's like a song with these two, which, by the way, yeah, I think I still need your files, by the way.
Yeah.
Prism, send him the files. We need it now.
Right now?
Well, we don't need them right this second, but I will need them eventually, obviously.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I just want to edit out the part of where I realized I wasn't recording.
Yeah, fair enough. Then, yeah. Yes, send me the good parts and then send Aiden the bloopers. That's how we can do it.
Cool. Well, good part. Send a file that is only 1 second long.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
Hi, Joss.
Now, we are reviewing Royale Fairy Academy.
Well,
Yes, we are. I can't seem to find the file for some reason.
Oh. Okay, well...
It's because it's under P for Power Reveal, not for Royale. Because normally the Royale Fairy Academy episodes, they have the title where it just says Royale Fairy Academy. But no, this one says Power Reveal specifically. This one actually... It was so important that it's
I can answer for Jacob and say no.
Yeah, because we were recording the thing, and then we were setting up the stream and then talking about lore and stuff like that. So
lore.
Yeah, we was giving behind the scenes stories to each other because that seemed to entertain Prism.
Yeah, it does entertain me.
Also, this person's about to step on this twig, I guess.
Yeah, they just did, but yeah, that is true. They're about to step on the twig. You're correct, Aiden. I guess we'll proceed to watch what that's
kill
all
count?
about. So,
what's the kill count at?
I guess if you count the stick 1,
Oh no.
I don't know.
I keep count.
Sure. Okay then. Let's begin the countdown then. So without further ado, on with the review.
Oh.
Wait, was the stick also a tripwire? Like, was that? Hold on. Did somebody have like an arrow primed and ready for when the second a person snapped a twig, they were like, "I heard the twig." Phew.
You want to rewind to the very beginning of the episode? Maybe it'll make more sense watching it like that.
What do you mean rewatch the beginning of the episode? That was the beginning of the episode. Look, this is the beginning.
From the very beginning. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like,
yeah.
It sounds like more than one thing crashes, but also judging by the speed of this arrow and the angle at which it was fired at, the person who fired it is standing right away from the frame, and therefore is extremely close and perfectly within the field of vision of whoever is responsible. Unless it's a tripwire, in which case, that's another thing. Is it a Minecraft dispenser we're dealing with here?
Running.
I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know because we don't see anyone. All right.
I don't know what happened last time. I forget.
I think we're in the middle of. Oh, I think Rosabella went out of bounds last episode because she was trying to look for somebody. That's what I remember. And they were in the middle of like an exercise in like retrieving different gems to symbolize like their specific like royal families, and they had to. That was like part of their like exams.
Oh, wait, 3D? 3D, ooh.
Oh, nice.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure if this is a custom new render, or if this is sourced from somewhere.
Oh.
Okay, but in any case, it's been implemented really well into the episode, or the character's been implemented into the background, so very clearly. Actually, wait, yeah, this feels like maybe this was either imported or generated in a 3D software, and you've used it, and as was the 2D video, sort of similar to what William has tried to do on a couple of occasions for Gacha videos. Maybe this is the way to go about it, actually. We'll see. I pressed unpause it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, also, this is the second time that Royale for Academy has done like that panning shot trick that I still haven't learned how to do. There was one part of the episode last time where I think it was like Rosabella re-entered a room and then the camera panned over to reveal to reveal like one of the guys on the other side, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, that actually felt like it had depth to it. How was that managed?
Well, if this may be if this is done in a 3D software, it may be just importing a 2D image over a 3D plane. Therefore,
maybe
the camera's 3D, therefore you can turn around and stuff. Just gotta be careful how you present the 2D image in that.
Yeah, that you would have to create like a corner of some kind with like a very, very short angle in order to do that. Not saying that's impossible. That probably is the answer, but I'm just saying that, you know, I don't know. It could also be that the background was custom drawn and therefore it could look like it blended in somewhere and it was just a trick of it was another optical illusion. This, however, this is definitely in a 3D software. This is definitely imported. Well, Rosabella was, I mean. Okay, yeah, this is definitely.
Yeah, well, the reason behind.
Okay, she looks weird running because like she's not moving forwards a lot. Because the issue here is that the camera is zooming in much faster than she is running away, and therefore it looks like she's actually running either in place or actively coming towards us, while the 3D software is moving in like regular time. So I feel like this probably wasn't a like a pre-programmed shot potentially where she was like going forwards at like actual running speed. This feels like, okay, get her into position first and then start her moving. Like now, also where'd the water come from?
Yeah, I guess she jumped off the cliff and fell in the water.
Yeah.
And now she's flying up.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so now we see the person who is... Okay, now I have more questions. Wait a minute. So you're telling me that the arrow that formed like a parabola, basically, going from like almost point blank, just like very mild curvature, from at super slow speed, was fired from very high up on a cliff from a distance. You would think if that were the case, it would be shooting downwards like that at this angle, but no. Like, what happened? And also, Rosabella saw all of that. She realized which mountain the arrow was fired from, even though the angle made no sense.
It's just so good.
What? Whoa. Why are we changing shots now?
Yeah, that's even more confusing. We kind of feel like we're in the middle of an action sequence.
Okay,
also, the music for the record is another thing where I'm like, wait a minute, this feels like you know, like it feels like Christian animation, Journey of Noah's Ark or something like that. That music rather than, you know, I'm being shot and music.
You know, I do appreciate the ambition, and I do appreciate like how like making something like this, even though it comes off kind of flawed, how it probably took days upon maybe weeks of like actually like planning it out and like working on it, you know.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
and rendering it in the first place if it's
indeed but it is a bit jarring a little bit for me at least. It's like, oh, okay, it's very different than what I'm used to for this show.
Prism, you were gonna say?
I forgot. Oh yeah, well, she's gonna find God in a second if that guy keeps shooting at her.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
She found Jesus, and Jesus tried to kill her.
I was onto something when I started the kill count.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a very shiny desk. What?
What's going on?
Wait, is this like a reveal thing? I'm so confused. Are we in a lion thing?
No, it's Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadgets. You never see his, or see him from this angle.
Oh my god!
Get you next time, Gadgets.
Miss Bellum.
I don't know. It's Fire Lord Ozai.
We see his face eventually in the final season.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. But like Dr. Claw, you never see. Fine. Yeah, I'm more concerned about the fact that it seemed like whenever he turned his head at a different angle and therefore you couldn't see it anymore. Like, yeah, of course you have. Of course, we all know that anything that's like your program of like either in Gacha or in adjacent to Gacha is going to be 2D. We understand that like as our brains. However, you're supposed to not draw attention to that fact. So having it where, because the only things that can go sideways and be invisible are 2D images. So if you do it like that, you end up breaking the immersion. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh.
Your Majesty, word is circulating that Fairyland has had numerous Azorian sightings recently.
Send men to assist the kingdom.
Right away, Your Majesty.
Oh god, the king's voice is so horrible. Like the delivery, I hate the king's delivery. It's like, send them in, or whatever. Exactly.
Yeah, this is about Aiden.
Yeah, this kind of feels like you know this is like a young king that has just taken over and therefore has not like learnt how to sound commanding yet, or but also like has to repress the uncertainty.
I think it's just an unexperienced voice actor. I don't think it's that. I think the voice actor is just very unexperienced.
Yeah, see Prism. It happens in other shows too. It's like Gacha videos, not that deep. Yeah, the 3D intro made me think of entering a room in Danganronpa game.
No,
I don't know. Just the 2D with the 3D, like especially because like I feel like one thing that's kind of throwing me off is like you see how the book is 3D. Like you have like several 3D objects on the table. I kind of wish some of it was 2D to kind of like blend it together, blend 2D and 3D better together instead of like the characters only being the 2D part.
True, you could have actual gacha props that would help with this. Although then again, I guess that would be difficult to rotate because there would be flat images on the spinning table. Maybe that's the issue.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the bow is also really weird looking. Look at that bow design.
Yeah, the bow definitely feels like the like a first attempt at rendering something in this way because it's polygon based. So yeah.
I was so right to stop the kill count if we're going into Danganronpa mode.
I see. Yeah, it seems so. Yeah. Yeah. Shot through the heart, and he's to blame. He gives physics a bad name. There you go.
Been said about the reason behind their return.
I have heard that they are after a commoner with special abilities.
A commoner?
My apologies, Your Majesty.
A commoner? Oh.
But
Yes, a commoner who just so happened to express kindness and be in the right place at the right time in this series. And that was what made her special. No, it turns out she actually has secret powers this whole time.
She's the
and was
chosen
somewhat
one.
of a chosen one, yeah. Of course, that makes this, that's way better than the story we're telling up until now. Yeah.
She's
That really
Bloom.
sounds
You
familiar.
are the Phoenix or whatever whatever Bloom was. The Spark? What was Bloom?
Well, I mean, her power was Dragon's Flame, so maybe she was the dragon of some kind. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like she had some title. Like she was like some super baby got possessed by like the Phoenix, basically. Phoenix Force imbued in her or whatever. The Phoenix
Yeah,
Force is Marvel, but you know.
Potentially.
Trust me.
Okay. So oh, okay. Okay, so there's going to be two kings in this episode apparently, King Damien and King Aiden.
I'm a
but
king.
they're both voiced by Chris Allen. If because Ghost Kitty said that Ghost Kitty said that the VA sounded familiar, so I just looked that up quickly. So yeah, I guess.
Was he has a name? I've been
There's
calling
also
him King the entire time.
You've been calling him what?
King.
Just King. That's it.
Oh. Okay.
God, during the D&D session, I remember I literally said the words "Yes, King" because I forgot.
No. You didn't say yes, King. What you did was
Hey, King.
What-
What was it?
yes. So you greeted the king that we only met like a few days ago, and you just went, "Hey, King."
Listen, I was hanging out with the forbidden child who's not supposed to be in the city. I was scared I was gonna get murdered. I was gonna get her murdered.
All the more reason to not be informal with the ruler of the nation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. In my-
Hey, King! Like, oh my god.
Hey, King. Maybe it was a badass to say that.
That was terrible. And this was also after we had been after like Aiden's character had been criticized in that episode for having terrible social skills.
Oh
That
my
was the
God.
icing on the cake for that.
Listen, Doc's going through it. He's not good at talking to people. Neither am I, but that's just
No, he isn't. Yeah, I wonder where that comes from.
He asked a hat to be made for something. That one horrible. Make him a hat. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for the record, yeah, he asked the god to make my character a hat. The god in
Even
question can only make items out of materials that she has consumed, most of
And
which
it's a lot of
include flesh. Yes,
Flash hat.
so that was the issue. Okay, the VA description sounds familiar. Those of you who work with Cosy Media Stories in the Sun Studios, not all of them, just one of them. Well, maybe they have. I haven't looked at the vast roster of of VAs that all these different people have used. Although that being said, Midori Stories, I believe in particular, voices all of the male characters himself. So unlikely to have worked for Midori Stories.
she is said to be a florist. I'll order our scouts to.
Why was that a shock? She had to be a florist.
Florist.
Florist?
I'm scared of flowers. You know, flowers are my.
Could it be the? Could it be the pro? Wait a minute! I remember the ancient prophecy.
Oh god.
She who deals in vase and flowers shall be granted amazing powers.
Oh my god. That's actually beautiful.
She that deals with gardens shall be called Bloom. She is the chosen one.
And for all royals, she will spell their doom. There you go.
Nah. She's
Halt.
Bloom.
Your Majesty?
I hate florists.
What?
I'm not done changing.
I forgot this was
my
happening.
God.
Wait, is this a flashback or present day?
I think this.
What was the
That's a good
opening?
question, actually.
What was the
that's-
opening? The opening.
Yeah,
keeps
wait a
running
minute.
on
That's
the
that's
map.
right. Yeah, I'm confused now.
Where are we in the timeline? Are we in the past or present?
I think we're in the present, but I can't. I'm
What?
not
What
sure.
in the past? Was she murdered in the past, or was that the future? Where
I
are
don't
we
know.
at in the timeline? What is
I don't
happening?
I have
Okay, maybe-
questions.
Maybe it was just an artistic choice.
Artistic choice? I don't think so. I think it's just confusing.
Yeah, one second.
Also, she's out here looking like Cinderella in her like maid outfit.
I feel like that was kind of like that was almost the metaphor for this entire series, right? You know, so that like, there's somebody who's who by like fortune has been invited into like the royal palace in some way, and ends up also meeting a prince. That has happened.
Do you royals really take that long to change?
Perhaps.
When
Are you
they're
wearing a
when it's
dress?
into unfamiliar clothes, yeah. When it's unfamiliar clothes, absolutely they take that long
I mean,
to get
you look
changed.
fabulous if that's a dress, but is that a dress? Is that meant to be a dress?
Hmm.
So.
It's like kind of like a
Well,
kimono
don't
thing.
He looks
Expecting
good.
me to help you.
Yeah.
I'm not. Could you just leave for a minute?
Just hurry up.
Like this whole time he says I'm not finished changing. He hasn't actually like made any progress towards changing any further. He's just been standing there.
So what's the...
And he looks exactly the same after he's finished! What do you mean you're still changing? What?
I'm still changing. I'm wearing the exact same
Ugh.
outfit. Don't mind me.
the
You know,
emergency you were talking...
she could have probably just got away with not showing him why he was changing. You know, have the
Yes,
dialogue
actually,
where-
you're right.
You know, just have the shot focus purely on the girl. I forget her name. Just have the shot focus on her and just have
Rosabella.
them be off screen, and then be like, "I'm still changing," and then bam, cuts to him later on when he's wearing it. Oh, cool look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have like filtered audio or something, so it's implied that he's like behind a wall or something. Oh, I'm still getting changed. Don't mind me. You hear like a crash sound. Did something happen there? Do I have to come in there? No! I just dropped something. It's fine. I'll be out soon.
Why don't they hire you as scriptwriter?
I mean, honestly, you would be a great writer for this show.
Yeah, you would be.
I'd take one look at the script and be like,
Throw out
That's
the whole
how-
thing.
that's how I feel.
One thing I would love to do is like meet Rosie Closey and like, I know Rose Closey didn't make this. This is just off topic tangent, but I'd like to like
yeah, like
meet Rosie Closey and like talk to her about the Music Freaks.
it's
my
like,
friend.
here's my list of grievances. It's like it does like the thing in like cartoons where like the list goes like outside the state line or something like that.
I mean, there isn't that many grievances with at least the Music Freaks. This
No.
show, there's a lot more grievances with, but the Music Freaks, there isn't that many grievances. Xander's my largest grievance.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I'm a fan
Xander
of
is
Xander.
generally the largest grievance of all, but yes, he's not the only one. Not the only one.
The list just says Xander over and over again.
There's a page in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone where the narration says something like, Uncle Vernon has many things I have to complain about. There's Harry, the weather, Harry, the local news, Harry, etc., and Harry's like every other line. It's like, oh, and Harry. On top of that, it feels like that basically. It's like my list here is Xander, the random flying Xander, the existing song Xander, and Xander.
Xander.
Anyway. Yeah. This present day, because last episode Rosa got a call from her mum, so she rushed home and Adrian followed her since she went up to contact Eric and somehow Adrian got dirty. So Rosa
Okay.
gave him one of her dresses or something. Before that, we all do has a flashback when we also has a flashback where Adrian as a kid and dressed up as Eric met a young Rosa. Oh, I do remember that now. Actually, I was like, oh, of course they knew each other as children. It was like Taming the Bad Boy, wasn't it? Where they had like the best scene in the entire series, the musical montage of Kiss the Girl between Nova and Aiko. And then the end of that is like, oh, wait a minute. It just wasn't like someone was like had an unrequited crush that seemed to be like she couldn't even talk to her. No, they are actually childhood friends. That changes everything.
God, I was rewatching some of like the Lauren's old like Gacha reactions. Like there was this one, like I watched all 3 episodes she did watching the girl in all boys school. And just watching that, it's like, God, why is the story she's reacting to take so many turns? Like the love interest constantly changes, and eventually like 4 love interests pretty much got introduced. Like you had like the initial like guy who was like hinted at, and then you have like the second guy, and then you have like her ex-boyfriend who randomly comes back who wasn't hinted at all. But like the second guy also, she knew as a childhood best friend, and they didn't remember each other till like episode 4 of that show for some reason.
I don't think you've watched many harem anime, Aiden. They do kind of follow this structure.
Yeah, but like I found just the way it was structured, like it was like crazy. Also, there are vampires, and like the first love interest we get introduced to is like a vampire, and his brother kidnaps her at one point and bites her, turning her into a vampire, and she's like a love crazed vampire in love with her brother. But then the first love interest kisses her, and then she ends up breaking the spell and becoming human, I think. But she's also a hybrid that she gets transformed into, which was discovered earlier. It was a thing. I should say.
Curse, dread! I have been foiled by the power of true love's keys.
No, but like it was really weird, and then she ends up like she's not at a boarding school. But like midway through the series, like apparently now there are dorms, and now she's staying with the 2 love interests at that point, even though she still has her parents' house, and her dad comes back after leaving for years.
These dorms are very small. I would prefer a coffin.
It was a thing. It was a thing where it's like, oh my God, what is these plot points? Like these plot points are coming out of nowhere. Like the writer midway through writing each episode was like, you know what, I want to do this plot point now. I'm gonna change the plot to this, and then this, and then this. It's like, oh my God, where are we going with the story?
Yeah, well, yeah. Please send me that because I would very much like to review this at some point. Also, maybe after the one
I don't think are on YouTube anymore. Actually,
you just said you were watching them recently. How is that possible?
I watched Lauren's reaction / review.
Oh, fine. Then send me Lauren's reactions, please. We'll use that instead. You know.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I tried to look at their uploads, and I was like, oh, never mind, they're not here.
Okay. Well, we'll tackle that at some point. For the record, by the way, in case anyone's all the VOD watchers, it's not that I like intensely raise the show for my mind, just that again we watch like so many gacha videos that I'm not gonna remember all of them, unfortunately.
I really don't know. Maya.
Oh, okay. Random detail that I really enjoy. You can see like the lighting reflection from the windows that would be behind the camera. That's a fascinating detail.
Told me over the phone, but she hasn't come. My mom's fast asleep too.
Let's be quiet then.
You mean you should be quiet?
You were the one screaming!
Yeah, what?
Quiet?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay, another small detail of like her.
Oh my God, they are on
chair.
YouTube. They are on YouTube. Wait, I could actually send you the original uploads. Oh my God.
Okay,
Oh
and then I can serve as an archive if they do get deleted.
Do you have any food? I'm kind of hungry.
Why are you so
Adorable.
annoying?
Why do you exhibit human metabolism features or fairy metabolism features? Yeah.
Please.
What?
I'll eat anything.
I don't know. Let me see.
Like cupcakes up there.
Okay. Yeah, this is all definitely
the only 2D image on the 3D plane. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what's annoying me though. The fact that we're using a 3D background when keep in mind, I'm pretty sure the show up to this point has pretty much used mostly just 2D backgrounds, but now we're just switching to like weird 3D backgrounds that don't really jar well with the characters, and I don't necessarily mind them as much as if we're using the camera turning, if we're doing something that we couldn't normally do in Gacha. But this kind of setup is something that could easily be replicated in Gacha itself.
Yeah.
So it's like we have this weird jarring 3D background to like something that could easily be done in Gacha on a 2D plane.
Yeah. No, yeah, but yeah, not to bring up Miraculous for too long, but one of my favorite techniques that show does, like cinematically, is sometimes they will have like scenes where you actually like will follow along the character, and the camera will pan across as they're like walking across an entire like setup they have, or maybe even like multiple ones. Like for example, like the movie theater all the way like outside into like a particular area where they, like, you know, meet up with other character or something. Or one time that Marit and Alia were on the phone and they had two separate examples and where they actually like cross together and we see how the scene actually forms together. That I would love to do at some point in Gacha, and that's only possible in 3D. So yeah, that's a counterexample to this. To quote Zane, Charles Jacob is saying, "I feel bad for you, Ghost Kitty, for having to remember all this." Yeah, it's bad for myself. It's maybe bad memory until it's for stuff like this. Yeah, that's. I pressed unpause. We'll see if I'm. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we only have.
Cupcake?
Is this her unique power? Levitation? Is that what the power is supposed to be in this case? Is that the reveal right now?
Honestly, I think she's meant to be holding it, but the creator didn't put the cupcakes enough in her hands, so it looks like she's levitating it.
Okay, but it's also floated like a couple times, like up and down. That's like a telekinesis thing that they usually. I don't.
Well, is the character floating too? I think that maybe the kid's
Really now?
flying. Oh, maybe it's levitation. Never mind.
Yeah, it's floating independently of. Yeah.
Wash the dishes, okay? Just give me some of those.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Oh.
There we. Yeah.
Would you like some hot cocoa?
That would be delightful, Cupcake.
You're hopeless.
Wow. Man, he actually does kind of sound like, you know, Adrian.
Oh, that was a 3D cup.
Why?
Oh, this
Yes,
is 3D.
It's a 3D. Yes, everything is 3D, Aiden.
This is
Why-
weird. This is
Oh,
weird. I mean, at least I will say with the 3D stuff moving, the fact that it has 2D textures on it at least makes it blend a little more with Gacha. You know, the 2D textures do kind of help.
Yeah. By the way, as somebody who has switched Gacha games in the middle of a season before, it would be hypocritical if I complain about this. But I guess that's also a concern some people could
I'll
have.
complain about it because I haven't done that. Actually, I have. Never mind.
Yeah, you had like a year gap, and then suddenly you came back. It's like, oh wait a minute, this is like everything has changed now.
I haven't switched styles mid-season.
Whatever. Kick him out.
Or
Kick
in
him
a
out.
season.
Kick him out.
I haven't. Bonnie's a still
Shut
Gacha
up,
club,
shut
so
up.
you know.
Okay, continuing.
Why say that here?
I think we both had a conversation about like Gacha Life 2 before it came out about whether or not we would switch or not.
If it, but I would.
It feels like the hand was like holding the spoon, kind of like balancing it almost.
Wait, she about to sing like Ariana Grande.
Musical episode.
Hmm.
Oh wait, they do sing in this series.
Why is there a flower? Ew! Don't put a flower in my drink.
She's a florist, remember?
Just a random
I don't want to
Oh wait,
drink
his doesn't have
flowers.
wait, hers doesn't have a flower. Wait a minute, hold on a second.
question.
I
Yes?
don't want to drink a flower.
Out of
That's gross.
Yeah.
curiosity, that's all.
You know what? The cups are actually more synced than than anything else has been so far.
What is it?
Can we
This
have an episode
isn't
with
an
just the cups?
Just set the episode in Uncle Arrow's tea shop and just never cut away from them.
Irrigation, by
Yes.
Adrian, just tell me.
the way. Okay.
Okay, now the wind reflection's gone. Like, I like the fact that it existed before, but now it seems to have disappeared from Adrian's perspective. I don't know why that was.
How do you find my friend Eric? Sorry.
That was a very prolonged spit take. Normally, if you can hold on to it for that long, you can either, like, swallow, or you can actually, like, take a second and then like, deal with it, rather than, like, the delayed reaction.
I didn't know you'd be so astonished just by hearing his name.
Oh no, wait, now she has to get changed as well. Now I have to have, like, that slow scene happen.
Oh no.
Have you never heard a boy's name before?
What?
No boy-
No. What?
I-
What?
I don't think that was the reason for the spit take. The reason for the
You
spit take was
asked
the fact
what?
she has
You
to...
asked what I think of your friend.
Yeah, she now has to explain the answer to the question. It's not like the name of the person is what, like, triggered that.
Boyfriends?
Boy,
Yeah, like watch. Hey, Prism. Eric.
Ah!
Okay, bad example.
Yeah, bad example. But it would have been worse. It would have been worse if you mentioned Felix.
What do you think
Oh,
of
okay.
Felix?
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
have
it's like,
water right next
oh
to
wait,
me.
Felix? Yeah, wait a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it because my computer's right here. Like, you can't see it, but it's
Yeah,
that's where
spit
I'm
on your
streaming from,
computer.
so...
Do it. Do it.
You're
I can't...
You're not
I have my computer on one side, my microphone and audio interface on the other side, and then, like, the TV. So it's like, no, I'm not spitting anywhere in this, like, on camera. No way.
Oh god,
you're
the
not
light
committed
shining
enough to
straight on
it.
her face. Look at her with the light. Oh god.
No, that's what I was saying before. I actually like that, because it's the reflection from, like, the window that's behind them.
The light
So
of
that's
heaven is
that's just
shining
a yeah. That's an unnecessary detail, but it's one that I really appreciate. Oh, look, a pink cupcake, purple cupcake, a brown cupcake, and there's three. I compare to the three main characters: Rosa, Eric, and I guess the brown cupcake is Adrian. Potentially, but that also
Or the
implies that Adrian. That also implies that Eric might show up in this scene randomly. It's like I heard my name just descend from the ceiling.
No wait, her outfit's normally brown though. So what if the brown cupcake represents her and he's eating her because he likes her metaphorically? He's eating the cupcake that reminds him of her. Metaphorical cupcake.
They're actually voodoo cupcakes. He's like, my arm, where'd it go?
Oh my god, that'd be
There's
horrible.
there's a Tom Scar video where at one point like one of his friends turns into a cake and they have to try and solve that, but Tom wants to eat the cake the whole time. So when they eventually like get them back to normal, it's like, yes, fantastic, I'm back to normal. Tom, where's my arm? Okay, and it's like, okay, so I had like one slice. Blood splatters. Yeah.
friends?
Friends who are boys?
Well, I do have one, but he...
Oh no, so we are rolling with this of like, oh, she's just never. I guess a boy's name is too much for her. See, this is why I hate like single gendered schools with a passion, because you get results like this where no one's interacting with someone of the opposite gender and therefore they're like super intimidated. Or I think there's like a whole alien concept or something. It's like, no, it's a healthy thing to do. Please.
Oh, you're gonna love girl in an all boys school.
Well, I mean,
I did send it to you, by the way. So
yeah. I like when shows like actually do like proper commentary on that. I think this is unintentional this time. I'm not gonna be like, oh wait a minute, this is like these.
There are girls in the Royale Fairy Academy.
Yes, that's why I think they're not doing it this time.
Oh.
Oh my god,
Lives
Ghost,
pretty
you're
far from
so real. Sorry,
Hmm?
I'm looking at the comments.
Here with this, no, I think the three should be cut again to polycule. Down
Yes!
with the triangle being on the polycule. What?
Down with
Okay.
the
Down
triangle,
with the
bring on
triangle, bring on the
polycule.
molecule.
Roycal?
Rory can. That's a good name. Rory can is a good
That is a
name.
good
Yeah.
name. Ghost
Yeah.
Kitty, you need to be in charge of writing. Never mind.
She's already writing a fanfic. She's already writing a fanfic
God.
that's miraculous based, actually. Yeah.
For what? This?
Miraculous.
Yeah.
Pod.
Like based on
Really?
like her own character. Yes. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Miraculous.
Yeah. We've been discussing ideas on stream for the
Oh,
past
no,
couple of
no, no.
days.
So
We
we seldom
Well,
see
I
each
never
other
ideas a
had-
lot.
I
Hmm.
never attend.
You should.
anymore.
I know. Every time you stream, I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
should.
That's why I thought we should start. That's why I thought we would start early, because I imagine you would have to do something after this.
I see. So Eric has a rival then?
What?
What?
Oh, I mean, you should.
Yes, someone knew Rosabella in the past. They are by default Eric's rival. Yes.
What are you, Shadow the Hedgehog?
I was thinking more like I was thinking more like the like smart characters in anime that have like the glasses and they just like put up together like the glasses like shine or something. It's like, so someone has a rival then. Well, I better do with this very quickly. I don't know, whatever.
I want to do that in the Moon Girl at one point with like Julius.
You know what? I would love to do that where like somebody like shines the glasses or something, and then you just like hear from the offstage like, ah, the sun reflects in my eyes. Oh god.
Remove your sweater. It's soaking wet.
That is not a sweater. That is in fact a dress, my good man.
Well, he doesn't know how to
sound-
live in there.
I guess, but do you think he's wearing a sweater now? Is
Yeah.
what he's wearing a sweater?
Same.
Yeah.
You should clean your ears.
And also your sweater.
What are you doing?
What?
Wait, how does that work? Wait a second. Oh, I guess like the apron that she has on, like that part is like the separate thing, because otherwise she just like ripped part of like her dress.
My
I know we called this. I know we compared this to Cinderella before, but I don't think we were like actually going to do what they did in the live action version.
It's
It's like, pity you can't go to the ball. There you go. It's ruined. We got to do it. You know, that's all. That's it. Impossible to cover up with a shawl or something. No way.
Don't do that here.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Yep.
What?
man!
What?
Yeah. Hang on. What?
Get behind me.
No. Get behind me.
What?
Who is this hooligan?
Hooligan? Do I look like a hooligan to you?
What?
You broke into someone's house and started to like manhandle one of the people inside. And also assaulted the other one. So yes, 100% you do look like a hooligan right now.
Are you okay?
I am broken. I don't know what happened. What happened? I'm so confused. Things have escalated. What is it?
Roses are red, cacti are prickly. Holy moly, that's getting quickly. There you go. That was the thing.
Oh my god.
Why are you so into riddles today? I meant
No.
rhymes.
Yeah.
Stop it! You're gonna hurt her.
Blind?
Oh no.
Stop
Wait,
pulling
wait.
on her arms. You're gonna hurt.
Aiden, she's gonna become like Deandra.
Oh no! No! Well, okay, at least you'll get cool robot arms out of it. At least, you know. And then she could join the fairy football team with the cool robot arms.
Wait a minute. Her power is regeneration, so she can grow her arms back.
Oh my god.
That's the reveal.
I'm not.
Let me summon the guards.
There's no need for that.
Guards?
Also, how are you gonna summon the guards if you have one arm on her?
Yes, I should call the authorities.
What?
I thought he didn't have a phone. I was just sorting his hand.
Ugh, seriously, can you both?
I thought they like, both like held because like the way their arms are positioned, they have to like hold the phones as upside down. Like, does anyone talk on the phone like this? Like I've seen people that use a phone like this, maybe like this, for example. I've never seen this before.
What do you mean? That's what I do every single time.
Phone prop.
Was
I do
that
that.
was that how you were recording the song earlier? Because you use your phone for that. It's like, oh yeah, here we go. I'll sing like this.
Yep, that was in that.
Stop! Surprise!
Why? Okay. This turned into
Just
a
walks
comment.
calmly over. Okay.
God.
Okay.
There's an intruder in your house. You might not want to walk that slowly.
Could you give us a minute?
What?
Could you?
We were in
This
the
is
middle
your
of
house!
something.
Why
What?
are you leaving the?
Why?
What is happening? What's the
Good
emergency?
question.
Why?
The emergency is that some hooligan broke into your house and no one's called the guards yet.
Maybe she knows him, but even if she doesn't know him, the fact that I don't know. I don't know.
If she knew him, then I would feel like he wouldn't need to pull her away?
It was bugging me to get you to come home, so I told you it was an emergency.
What?
You should have told me
You
he was
lied?
coming. You didn't need to lie about it.
He wanted to surprise you. What else am I
What
supposed to do?
surprise?
Well, I mean, he succeeded. She's definitely surprised.
Yeah, he broke into her house, assaulted her guests. That's great. This is fine. Ah!
Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, yeah, we have seen this character before. We've seen Rosa's Best. I forgot what her name is, but we saw in I think last in the Dean J episode, or maybe during a phone call they've had, because that's happened a couple of times.
Yet, we're the ones who got surprised. Why are you with Prince Adrian?
I didn't plan.
She goes to
Yeah,
a royal
you went
school.
you went to a royal school. Why are you with one of your classmates that
Why are
is
you
royalty?
with a royal? Oh my god! What a wacky scenario.
Yeah. Also, thanks, Josh. Yeah, coming in clutch with the Omni facts. Yeah.
I am having a brain aneurysm because of this. What is happening?
Yep. And this is the second weirdest thing so far. The first being the fact that she flinches of hearing a boy's name, even though she said a boy's name in every episode. Yeah, she has said boys' names in every episode except for maybe the first one. Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Now we need to check.
I'll let you do that. This is your So Bad It's Good show.
If that's what you're
Thank you.
insinuating.
I was just asking. Why are you so defensive?
What?
Because he just got assaulted.
And you broke into my house, and also and I got assaulted by both of them. What are you? Ah! Ah!
5.
Maya.
Kidding. I'll handle this. So,
You going to
we've
assault them
prepared
for
2
me?
surprises for
Yeah.
this evening.
By the way, I like how no one's reacting to the fact that Adrian's in a dress. I guess they just think oh well, okay, that's normal, fair enough.
I think we're off to a good start. Why don't I introduce you to each other? Prince Adrian, me.
Oh wait, Rosabelle's meant to be a jacket. That's why she was removing the ripped part. It just never seemed like a jacket before.
King.
Wait,
King,
that's a jacket?
this is Prince
Yeah,
Adrian.
that's why I've been calling him King.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand. Yeah.
Hey, King.
King? Of what kingdom?
My kingdom.
I know all
My
the kingdoms.
kingdom. My
Really?
kingdom. Oh my
Man, this
God.
the Owl House could never. Also, his arm is dislocated. Look at his shoulder; it's dislocated.
Oh no.
Reverie, and I'm pretty sure I don't know you.
Well,
Yes, he's
you don't
meant to be
look like
leaning
a
onto something, but it looks really bad.
prince.
Rosa,
You look like a hospital patient.
why is Adrian wearing your mom's clothes?
See?
This was your mom's clothes.
Now that it's all clear, why don't we eat?
What? I still got assaulted. I'm not letting this go. Why?
I wear your mother's dress. I look an utter mess. My shoulder dislocates, so I'm feeling in distress.
Oh my god. This isn't some quirky meat cute. I think a coot. Cute. Is it?
It's a meat creep. That's what it is.
It's not quirky, it's just bad.
Hello, Mother.
I guess now everyone has telekinesis.
It's
Yeah.
not working out for the both of us.
That's what they teach you at school, at the Royal Fairy Academy.
Oh look, there's Pink.
Yeah.
I think our plan is working, Eric.
Pink.
Keep doing what you're doing. I want you to keep her far away from Adrian.
But
Thank you, Eric. You're so wonderful.
What? He never agreed. Okay.
Okay, yeah, this kind of feels like, you know how in some shows where they try to a lie revealed thing, where it's yes, thank you, this was all according to our plan the whole time, and Simon says wait a minute, you were working with her this whole time. So, no, it's not what it sounds like. I was originally, but that's not what I continued. I continued because of you, or something like that. It's one of those things, except for the fact they're missing out the key important element of the main character being present for when the reveal happens.
Well, maybe that's later, I guess.
I don't want to do this, Pink.
Oh,
Excuse
never mind.
me?
He
I-
okay.
I know your mother wants me to be your... Anyway, don't get me wrong, Eric. You wouldn't be a bad choice as my king. But
What?
I'm destined
I don't think he
to be
wants
with
you.
Adrian.
I don't think he wants you. It's like I know you want to be with me, but I have to be with Adrian. It's like
I need to be with
I never said,
my Adriakins.
I never
my
said I
God.
wanted to be with you. Like, why are you acting like I want to be with you? I don't want to be with you. Why are you saying that? I never said that.
Oh, stop forcing yourself on me.
What? What?
You're not.
Stop forcing yourself on me.
Just
I'm
like
not.
level 10 delusion. Yeah.
You're
I
insane.
said I want out
God.
because
By the way, from this position, her torso has entirely just like twisted that way. Anyway,
Oh my God.
this wasn't part of the law last I checked to give them random powers.
They only get random powers when it's plot convenient.
Well, I mean, this episode's called Power Revealed. Maybe the title actually meant like everyone's power was revealed, being that they could levitate objects the entire
I
time.
think it's more about the main character being revealed to be like ultra super important, chosen one.
That's what I
protagonist.
thought because of the thumbnail. You know, that was mainly a joke, but yes, I think that's still the case.
So, but you're starting to fall for that commenter.
What?
stop
Okay.
calling her that.
She's a commenter,
He didn't deny it.
Eric.
Oh,
Pink.
Ugh, okay, fine.
See, this is where this is where her back should be like to where the camera was earlier. This is where that would have happened.
As long as you keep her away from Adrian, I won't bother you.
And her.
Ta-ta!
But he just said he didn't want to do this anymore. So, but she's saying as long as you keep doing the thing that you said you didn't want to do, I won't bother you. What kind of resolution is that?
Mother? Hello?
By the way, he was sitting on his wings. That's got to be uncomfortable.
My classmates? You have nothing to worry about, Mom. They are commendable royals. I love you, Mom. Bye.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. I definitely haven't had drama with, like, a lot of them. The vast majority so far. Anyway, Princess Pink just joined the polycule. Well, I mean, I don't think she's joined. I don't think her application was vehemently denied, I think.
no, she can join. Trust.
Well, I mean, she's not leaving a good impression so far.
Redemption arc.
I'm so
Okay.
happy to see you.
Me too.
When can you hang out with us again, Rosa?
I'll be home during the break. Will you still be here by then?
Of course. I'll be waiting for you.
I can't wait. We have so much to talk about.
Yes. We do. I agree. I look forward to it.
I can't wait either.
Thanks, King. I feel safe with you around.
Why'd he smirk at Adrian at that point? Adrian gets to hang out with her like all the time, for the record, as well. Like he does not have an advantage here. Nor does he have the moral high ground because again he punched him without reason.
Oh, we're almost at the academy.
This feels like the edge of the map in Petscop.
Eric?
Where are you? I saw your missed calls. Is there a problem?
We better get going.
Is the
Rosa might
Oh,
get
that
caught.
is such
Who
a
are
good-
you with?
That is
Yeah,
like
this
the
is-
Squidward. That is like the Squidward meme of him watching
Mhm.
SpongeBob and Patrick outside. Let me find it.
I for the record, I love the framing of this. Like, a framing and cinematography and, like, the way that the background is composed, 10 out of 10. Despite that, what the heck?
The 3D
like, wait till he's inside.
Are you not in the academy?
What do you mean, are you not in the... Oh, wait, is he testing him? Is he testing him to see if he's gonna lie or not?
I am... almost?
See you, King. Bye, Maya.
See you,
Is that
King.
Bella?
Hey, King.
Yes.
God.
I mean, is that Bella?
And her friends.
Oh.
Hello?
Jealous.
Bella?
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, see, he was there the whole time. Why did he need to test her like that? To test him like that? Okay.
I sent Raymond on Discord.
Mm-hmm. What was that?
Huh?
You said something
I
on
sent
Discord?
Yeah, I sent Raymond on him.
The meme. Okay, all right. Okay.
Wait, does King count as another love interest? Are we at the 3 love interests or no?
I think so, yes.
Again, that's not uncommon.
Look, okay, we're like 7 episodes in, and we're already introducing a 3rd random love interest. What's the point at this point? Like, shouldn't we kind of be like starting to narrow down between which of the 2 love interests we've been developing she's gonna go with at this point? We should be focused more on that than
that depends on how long the episode the series is planned to be. Because Prism said there are 11 episodes so far, but we don't know if that's the end of the series. We don't know the season length they're going to go on for or anything.
It got really dramatic.
So it doesn't. So by the sound of things, this isn't ending anytime soon. So we could be in for like a long haul of content, and therefore this is still more or less the beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the meme. That gave me enough time. That was a good distraction.
That's Eric right now.
Pretty much. Yeah, without the phone. Oh dear.
I swear.
Eric!
Was that Maya?
Yeah.
And King, who isn't really a king.
What?
Should we go back inside?
Dodging questions, are we?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to catch some Z's. See you
Was that a fake yawn or a real yawn?
Honestly, it feels like it seems like a fake yawn based on like the line you just said. And here we go. Now we get some fitting music for this.
Romantic music. Oh no!
No, bring back
I'll
Christian,
take you back to your
Christian
room.
music. No, I need to edit that. Listen with my music at the beginning.
Oh my goodness! If there's ever like a love story in the Guardians, that's what we're gonna get.
Oh my god! Thanks for the idea.
the way that the way that the enemies like tear apart the guards, they realize, oh wait, they're all teenagers. Let's give one of them a love interest and see like what the canon, and see like them all just like break apart from each other with interpersonal drama. There you go, season 3 solved.
Thank you.
To be fair, with Miraculous, we only really have like, I mean, I guess there's like a love square with the whole like secret identity thing, but like only in season 2 we introduced a love interest for Adrian and Lucas. It's not like we introduced like a fourth another love interest in like season 3 and 4.
Let's see. So Chloe, Lila, Kagami, Luca. That's 4 already. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at.
They're not really serious love interests. Kagami and Luca were more serious love interests. Chloe and Adrian thing wasn't ever going to happen. It's just she liked Adrian, but Adrian just didn't like her back. That's all we left it at.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she counts as like, you know, drama and such. Okay, fair enough then.
She's drama. That's all. It's not, okay. It's like calling Dink a serious love interest for what's his name. She's not really a serious love interest since we have no implication that they're have any like serious romantic potential.
Other than I guess the fact that they are that their you know their royal parents seem to want them to end up together. You know, destiny and whatnot.
Oh, we love Destiny. It's so fun.
Aren't you going to sleep too?
I don't think I'll be able to.
I
I'll
thought
be
you said
thinking
you
about
value your
you.
sleep.
The
I won't be able to sleep. You give me nightmares.
I found someone more valuable than sleep.
Oh!
Are you gonna watch me sleep? You gotta watch me. You're gonna be like, "Are you asleep? Good."
Yeah, but also that's not
Jeez,
helpful if you just.
And he's inside your bed.
Can you imagine? Imagine if like Eric said that line to you, Prism, but like he had like bags under his eyes and that's like bloodshot red or something. He's like,
Wow, so beautiful. I would immediately kiss him on his face.
your kisses are like poison ivy. They put you to sleep, so like he just gets like a rest or something.
Yeah, that's why.
There you go.
Guys, new fanfic idea.
I feel like that falls under the category of hurt comforts. I think on the AO3 tags. Yeah.
Actually, I'll do that with my Felix fic.
Oh. Well, I mean, I feel like Felix as a scientist knows the value of sleep. Probably.
It's fine. I have to do my experiments more. I gotta experiment more, guys. I gotta run the numbers. I think there's a new chemical compound I could use to make it even better.
No, I feel like Prism's like Felix fanfic would be like a power fantasy or something where like she's the one that's kidnapped by Felix the whole time.
No, I'm the one kidnapping Felix.
Oh, payback. I see. I like them apples.
Also, by the way, Adrian's in the background.
Huh?
Oh yeah. You mean sorry, you mean like actual like Adrian aggressed Adrian. Okay, not like Adrian from this show. I was supposed to be like, wait a minute.
No, Adrian's literally in the background in that photo.
That is a bizarre detail to include.
Yeah. Also, how the hell did you notice that?
I just saw this guy and I was like, wait a minute, that's Adrian. Why is Adrian here? In the background.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. You two literally danced together last episode, quit being shy. Was that from Facebook? You speak up, shy Ronnie or something? Yeah, a little bit. Although then again, it depends. I feel like for some people, after you've like danced together and you have like that moment, it can be a bit like awkward to try and either like you take the next step or think that there's even a next step to take. Or whether or not went like nothing, something. That might be what's going on right now. It's it kind of seems like the latest episode of our of our D&D series we were talking to Prism about earlier, where we had a double date before the 2 episodes after the characters had their first kiss, but they're still super awkward. Also, because we like to torture our DM of that with awkwardness, but It makes sense. Also, another reason why you should watch our D&D series Prism, because there's plenty of shipping material.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go inside. Bye.
Bye.
This is the same guy that I think he appeared like beside her bed one time as well. I don't recall exactly. Okay, how did we turn from like? Wait a minute. So the framing is that like behind that corner, there's another picture of Adrian that looks exactly like the one that's here.
Oh,
Escape.
Why would you hang the same picture of a guy that doesn't exist in this universe twice?
They're really big Miraculous fans. They're really big Miraculous.
He was the top student.
In a fairy world? He lived in a non-fairy world. What?
It's an AU.
I mean, I feel like if he did exist here, this would be the school that Gabriel would send him to. So yeah, that makes sense.
I have to get you away from that evil Marinette. You're going to the.
Oh no, I mean like at the beginning when he asked to go to school in the first place, this would be the place to go because aggressed deserve the best and whatever, that kind of thing.
Bella, can I get your number?
My number?
The music.
I don't want to have to just call Adrian from the window. I want to call you from the window directly.
Sure.
You make him sound like a.
That's how it's so
77.
Why are some of the guys in the show creepers? Like we have the king, and then we have him. We have creepers.
What if the guys just get together?
Oh,
I mean, their interests don't particularly align at the moment. But
no, but they will.
They will.
Episode 11 spoilers.
Okay.
I like you.
What?
Whoa.
Bella?
Every time someone asks for my number, I get the same reaction as yours.
Huh?
What?
My
Player.
number?
Yeah, I got 7-7. Then you said you like...
You.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so first of all, I guess it's interesting. So I guess that means that that Rosabella has had plenty of people like ask for her number before, which would be fair enough if we hadn't dealt with the fact that apparently she has no experience with boys particularly, which means I guess they must have all been lesbians, which is fair, but it also seems like a very interesting lore drop that we didn't quite get before this point.
Bye, Rosa.
Yeah, bye, Rosa. I guess. I guess they're not called fairies for nothing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She actually dated her best friend in the past secretly, but we don't know that.
Oh.
That would be amazing lore, actually. Honestly, that'd be like a really good thing where like maybe like they were actually kind of like Willow and Xander actually, where they dated when they were like really super young. Then they like broke up over a trivial reason, but they stayed friends. They remained best friends over the years because they realized they were better off that way.
And then there's Homecoming, the Homecoming incident.
Yes, I'm not talking about what happens later. I mean the setup. I understand.
I despise that storyline in season 3. It's the worst.
As do I. Yeah. Worse than anything Marac has ever done.
I don't know. Marac also did some pretty bad stuff too.
Yes, but I said worse. I didn't say they weren't bad as well.
It's 774-5453-968. See?
You pointed to 6 and 9 after that. You didn't even point to the numbers. You didn't even press the buttons.
It's 77-ILIKEYOU.
What?
Oh.
How did it get that so fast? I'm still thinking about it.
I still am having a hard time comprehending it.
That's what I'm saying.
I like you.
Whoa! I mean, we
yeah.
do, but like...
Okay. So, yeah.
Oh,
well, of course.
look at her
Also, they also. By the way, this keyboard setup. Usually, what you would have that in like in phones where you had like the actual physical buttons, because that's how you would text. You would either press like the numbers like once or several times, and it would correspond to different letters in that particular order. But in this case, that went out the window almost the moment that touch screens became a thing, because they had an existing keyboard, so there was no need anymore. For the record, I also think that's why we had there's like much fewer examples of text speech now. Versus like earlier where people would just like shorten everything because typing was a hassle at that point.
Yeah, the Nokia.
Exactly. You don't no need to type like letter 4, letter 4, number 4, letter U anymore to say for you. They can say for you because it's not a problem. But yeah. Get that girl from that one skit anymore. Tyler's grandpa. Oh, that's too dang bad. There you go. All right. Just wanted to I'm so sick of this tug of war. I want Rory again. We go quite a name. Well, I mean, it's at the moment, as of this episode, it seems like Adrian is all Team Eric right now himself. So that might not be an issue. The future might say differently, but oh well.
Hello?
Why are you still awake?
I
Mind your
go to
business.
sleep, my king.
Because you called her on the phone, you psycho.
King.
I missed that.
Wait, is he like ordering an alcoholic drink at a bar? How old is he?
They all.
You, calling me your king.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we can hang out again?
Hang out? That seems fun.
So we can.
She seems like she's about to like fall asleep in her uniform. That's not a good idea.
Also, by the way, if he's getting actually like an alcoholic drink, I'm pretty sure she's like a high schooler. I think is she a high schooler?
Yes, that's what. That's why I asked as well.
I feel like is this 21-year-old man hitting on a 16-year-old girl? Should we be concerned?
We should, yes.
I mean, the rules may be different in his kingdom or whatever.
That's also true. We actually don't know what the drinking age is in this dimension.
Maybe it's 18. Even
that might be free.
Well, maybe the drinking age is like 15 or something, just like an arbitrary number, and
maybe
they just
like,
you know.
Hopefully.
Drop the drinking age.
Yeah, or they raise the high school age to 18 or something, one way or the other.
Or he's drinking an alcoholic drink, even though it looks like he's at a bar, so probably not, but it could be possible. Also,
Rosabella?
Oh, she fell asleep.
Oh.
Are you still there?
She's asleep, man.
Yeah, that's happened to me before a lot. Anyway.
Good day.
Imagine if this next scene was just a dream and just like fun at the end of the episode.
Students, today you'll further explore your duties as royals to your kingdoms. We'll
so,
be
are we
visiting
gonna
your
explain the
kingdoms.
beginning scene though? The opening scene, I'm so confused. What does the opening scene mean? Are we not going to acknowledge how she was being chased and she almost got shot and there was like a...
Not yet, I guess.
I hope
we are about like 2/3 done with the episode. So I don't know.
So you may see firsthand how the system works. Our first visit will be to the kingdom of Windgrove.
Hey, isn't that your kingdom?
Uh-huh. The
You have to say that in the...
grandest in all of Reverie.
Grrr.
Enough chatting.
What was that?
Oh my god.
That's what animal in this universe sound makes. That's an animal noise. Instead of like cows, we have like fake cows that are like make the
That's an animal from our kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. You had the fake cows, which are foos, you know.
Yeah, they don't say foo instead of moo. That'd be too obvious. They say dar instead.
They go da.
We're going to first of all take a visit to the agricultural section. You get to see one of the farms of the kingdom. Here's the entire food collection. Okay. All right.
The ship awaits us.
The ship? Oh, skyship.
Also, yes, I do mean that the agent seems to be Team Eric this episode because, yeah, he was like, "See you later, lovebirds," like teasing them about it.
Doesn't he like her too, though?
I mean, he could like her, but also just be a supportive bro. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I find that a little bit weird, but okay.
The journey to Windgrove is quite long, so you may do whatever.
Yeah, I will also say that whenever I had a crush on someone growing up, like I had the best poker face when it came to that. So if they told me like they had another like love interest or something, I would be like, oh okay, all right, tell me more, stuff like that. Just like never like actually show anything, and people wonder why I've have very limited dating experience. It's partly that I never give away any signs.
Whatever you please, as long as it is safe.
Ooh.
If someone gets seasick, we throw them off the plane.
How can you get seasick in the air?
Airsick.
The reason people get seasick, motion sick, exactly. Like that's what seasickness ultimately is. It's due to like the motion that you get from being like on a boat. It's not because the sea itself is like, oh my goodness, like that. It's like as soon as like a wave comes towards you.
Guys, I gotta throw up. I can smell the sea.
But also throwing people off if they get motion sick, that's not good. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's also entirely pointless because they can all fly.
I mean, I guess if they're traveling far, flying that long would take a lot of time and energy, and they don't.
Imagine if they are not immune to like the wind resistance anymore. So like the wind from that's just pushing them forward just like zooms them away. The second they get thrown off, it's like.
I should have brought my fly pod.
Well, what do you know?
That's
that's clever wordplay. All right. Yeah, so first of all we have ancient text format for phones, and also now we have a boombox too. What level of technological advancement are the fairies at?
I've got something better.
Way to go, Kai.
What? There's a feeling in my head. There's a pounding in my head. Last Friday night.
There's a feeling in my head. There's a pounding in my head. There's a sickness in my head.
There's a pounding.
There's a dizziness in my head.
No. I smell like a mini bar. Is that a hickey or a scar?
Oh, that's
No, is that hickey or a bruise? Is that a hickey or a bruise? Something. Ooh.
Yeah.
This is our last time.
I hope that we don't get flung off of this flying ship cruise. There you go.
Here with somebody like you.
I don't know if this is an existing song or not. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me check in the description.
Oh, we're gonna get copyright claim for this.
Music by Ashton Edminster with you.
We're gonna get copyright claim for this. We're gonna get copyright claim.
I'm just trying to see if. It says use a song with video for. Okay, use song with videos for free. Sign up for thematic and get as copyright-free music is to use in your videos. So it probably won't get claimed. I guess.
No, well, the original video won't get claimed. I feel like we'll get claimed for it.
That depends, like how copyright free it actually is. We'll see.
This part may be disputed.
Wait, guys, I made like an edit of like every single moment with Rose and Eric. So let me check if I got copyright claimed.
Oh, okay. So this is this is included. All right then.
I mean, every time they were next to each other, so you know.
What?
So it's just like an hour-long compilation then.
No, it's
man, they sat next to each other in this one scene.
40 minutes long. 40.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. Fuck, that's way too much.
Also, yes, I was copyright claimed. I can't tell for which song, but I was copyright claimed.
It should tell you which song if you hover over it. Or yeah.
So anyway, bro, where's YouTube Studio? Do I not have it?
Just go to your YouTube channel and then go YouTube Studio. Oh my god.
That's what
Oh wait, are you? Yeah. Yeah, on a phone you need to have YouTube Studio separately. It's one of those like
I do have it. I do have it. Don't worry.
Okay.
So how's your day? Let me check. No. How do you check which song?
With it where it says copyright, it should have like an arrow that's downwards, and then like. Or just where it says restrictions, if you click on the actual restrictions that exist on there, it will bring up a window in the computer that will then indicate what the restrictions are and like the nature of them.
Okay, so audio. Marry me, I wish you were mine, don't lose faith, think about you, instrumental version. Is this the song we're talking about?
None of those seem like the title, no. It's one called With You. With You, Ashton Edminster.
No, I can see it. I got copyrighted for every single song but that.
Well, play on then.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Maybe the reason this has been copyrighted is because he's singing over it. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
Out of sync, by the way, as well. Like that's why. Why is it out of sync?
It's in your smile and in your feet.
Okay, they're in sync now.
High and low and in between. And I am glad to let you know
Only if you give me a kiss.
Whoa.
The teacher has the best voice so far.
Yes, go
I want the teacher to be in control of the playlist now. Okay, that was. You're not gonna stay in that position. Like, you have to do like the Titanic thing for like a little bit. Like, you're supposed to like enjoy the moment. You're just not be like you're just like a tickling like with the side of the waist, like gotcha or something like that. I guess they're not gonna continue singing on the other side. They're just the three main characters are just done. They're just gonna stare at each other now.
Only sing. Only the side characters deserve to sing.
Also, the teacher's not singing anymore. Bring back the teacher singing. Yeah, who's yeah.
We need a
who's the
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, who's the VA for the teacher? Oh, Royal Teacher / Host. Almond 2001. Yeah, bring back Almond 2001. Need the Almond 2001 version. What is this dance, by the way?
It's always a good time. You don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
By the way, Prison, remember when I said the difference between like they're going high and then like switching to going like lower afterwards in the middle of the verse? That's what happened. That's the example.
What? No, maybe. Shush.
But he said, "Go, Aiden."
Exactly. I always say.
Yeah, like I said, in reality, both versions worked, just not together. Anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh wait, I like them now because of the VA singing. Yeah. I like when VA sing. The Duck Goes Moo actually once said that all voice actors can sing. I don't know if that's necessarily like entirely applicable, but most voice actors aren't. Yeah, a lot of voice actors aren't like willing to sing. That's the issue that we've had in the past, actually.
Yeah, which if I ever do a full musical episode of Fallen Angels, I'm probably gonna get a lot of like I'm gonna get a handful of VAs that will end up being like the singing voice of certain characters.
Yeah,
like,
but also
the singing voice.
Yeah, but also in case there are people watching this that aren't like versed in like how a lot of voice actor gacha stuff works behind the scenes, there are it's like a common practice nowadays to audition characters for the speaking voice and for the singing voice, and for them to most of the time not even be the same person because sometimes the people like to sing but they don't like to voice act them, or and vice versa. It's like, okay, I can see why that developed. But I personally like it more when you're able to find someone who's willing to do both. Case in point, the Fallen Angels songs.
Yeah,
we've got people who've done both.
I do wonder if a certain song did write into a script, which I didn't show you, Jacob. I need to show you something later. I didn't write a song. I wrote the concept of a song that I want to show you later.
Okay, well, I was gonna say if you've written a song, I'd be fascinated by it because
No, I have not wrote a song. I'm not good. I mean, I'm not good at.
Look, when you improvise, that's when it's questionable. But I don't know. I mean, if you tried at one point to write a song yourself, you never know what might happen.
I'm good at contributing lyrics and concepts. That's what I'm good at.
I mean, that is
most
of what it comes down to.
And I'm good at finding instrumentals for songs because that's what I do. I just go on YouTube Audio Library, like, this sounds good. Here, Jacob. Here's like 10 songs. Any of these sound like you could work really well with any of these.
Yeah, and usually only like 2 of them are even usable. But like that's the benefit of that is that I don't have to choose through many options because
with the Halloween song, there were a bunch of them were good apparently. So it's like, oh
yeah,
no.
that was the exception. Like Normally, most of the song changes that Aiden happens like they're not usable. Mostly because like they don't follow up like a structure that facilitates like a verse and chorus type of deal. They're not like designed to have lyrics put on top of them. But yeah, the Halloween ones, most of them were pretty good, and we had to really like get down to the nitty gritty to establish which one we want to use for this upcoming one. This is a entirely different setting now, and they're still singing the same part of the song, even though this would have been a transition later.
It's like a very long song.
This is normally where like the original version would take over, so that it doesn't like feel weird that it just like randomly paused, sat in silence, got off the boat, walked for the rest of this, and then continued to sing as if nothing happened in between. Just remember, Princess Pink is voiced by Magic M, was voices A in... So for voice acting in Memories Recipe, Magic M was to go by Magic Gamer 04. She voice acted for Lunar Sun Studios. Okay, fair enough.
Magic
If you told me the character that Magic M voiced for, then that would be might be able to recognize, but otherwise...
No, Pink.
Yeah.
Pink.
Magic M.
Yes,
Magic M
Pink
is
here,
like,
but I mean in a Memories Recipe, Aiden.
she's like one of the judges. Also,
okay.
Magic M is in literally every Gacha series. So.
Yep. We haven't cast Magic M, I don't think.
Well, no, we would remember if we had. That's why this is new information for us. Unless you used to go by an entirely different username as well beforehand. I don't know. Probably not.
Why do I feel like something's off?
Same here.
Laura, is your kingdom usually like this?
No.
Oh. What is it like a force field? Is she like using
is your kingdom usually like this? You mean like with a very like heavily edified and fortified castle that's been standing for probably hundreds of years and one dead tree? One singular dead tree. Yeah, my kingdom's never looked like this before, ever.
Maybe the idea is the kingdom's been wilting magically all of a sudden. It's like, what happened?
Then show a landscape where the kingdom's been wilting, not one singular tree.
Listen.
This doesn't facilitate anything. You can copy and paste the tree if you want to. It doesn't matter. Just fill the screen with them.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah, she has Irene
blue.
powers. Yeah.
She's blue.
the leaves like burst on fire a second later.
What is your
Yeah, if anything, that's more Flora's power, I would have thought.
assessment of the situation? Yes, Pink?
From what I see, the damage isn't substantial. The farmers may be able to salvage enough crops by harvesting season for the entire kingdom.
Yeah, they need to feed the foos. Ah,
Interesting observations. How about you, Laura? This is your
I'm starving.
Kingdom after all.
I agree with Pink. By the time resources run out, another batch will be ready for harvest.
Kai, do you have something to say?
I don't know. How can we be so sure that all the crops...
So why are there happy fairies? Look at the happy fairies in the background.
Went out of sync. I'm
Kai,
gonna pause for a second just because I think the video went out of sync.
What are the...
I saw just a happy fairy in the background just flying around like,
yeah, no, I saw
our crops are dead.
Yeah, I saw too. Like,
she really wants down.
She's responsible, actually.
Oh,
well,
no.
she's responsible for the crops being. Yeah, she set them on fire.
Possibilities.
I am the real Bloom. Fake Flora will never do this.
Yeah.
We'll never win.
Fake Flora versus real Bloom. That's interesting.
wow.
Jacob?
Kai is right. Pink, remember? Your mother said the Flower Kingdom fields were infested
Happy
before the
Fairs in
academy
the background. Why are you all so happy?
Isn't
Your
that
crops
why
are dead. This is it. Stop being
Well, look,
happy.
look, she's crying. Look at the purple tears.
Are there-
She's happy on the outside, but she's crying.
Why?
The crops. My poor crops.
Isabella.
Hey, you know what fairy tears consist of? Maybe they have a secret like purple ingredient in their metabolism.
They have to smile when they cry though. I'm so happy.
No, that's just a smile through the pain.
What?
They're so strong.
Was here in the first place.
So where did you find those flowers, Rosabella?
Oh, I planted them.
She must have destroyed all of the gardens but her own!
What?
You planned all of this!
What?
Who would have thought that a florist would be good at planting flowers? That's not realistic at all.
What? What?
Also, Rosabella has never been here before, so why would you think she is anything to do
Yeah,
with this?
actually, I snuck here when no one was looking, and I burned everything to the ground for some reason.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't think that's possible.
No, yeah, exactly.
Ooh, 2 knights in shining armor.
What? No.
No,
you
the
just
two
gave-
actually intelligent people that are
just
thinking
gave a
logically.
you just gave a baseless accusation, and they were like, I don't think that happened. And he's like, oh my god, stop going to her defense. It's like, common sense. I don't know what we just thinking.
We will see tomorrow if Kai's theory is correct.
What?
Oh, I hope not.
Good night,
Okay.
class. Sleep early as you have a long day tomorrow.
Do you think Pink's
Okay, Eric, when he said sleep early, he didn't mean like on the spot. Actually go to bed first.
He didn't sleep.
No, I don't need sleep. I don't need it.
I don't need sleep. I have Rosabelle.
Yeah, I wasn't sleeping. I was thinking of Rosa.
Oh my god, that's kind of sad though. It's like I was thinking of Rosa. She's so boring, I almost fell asleep to her.
That would actually help him in this instance.
About what?
How about Rosabella destroying the flowers?
What?
I don't think she's powerful enough to eradicate
She's
all
never
the flowers
been
in
here.
Fairyland.
What?
Okay, the way that he emphasized all the flowers implies that he thinks she's powerful enough to eradicate some of the flowers in Fairyland.
Yeah, I mean, she can kill like half the crops, but she can't kill all the crops.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a thought.
Well, Pink is also a hater.
I hope.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a thought, but you're not used to making those. You need more practice.
Hope Kai's wrong, but I have a bad feeling.
By the way, I like the way this like the bed actually seems like creaked down a little bit actually when she interacted with it. That again a nice touch that didn't need to exist, but I'm glad that it did.
About it.
Why does she never change?
And now she dreams about the event when she got shot and the arrow didn't curved and didn't line up. I guess like
I mean, I guess
I'm just trying to tie it in with the beginning. No. My goodness, a shadow that was above my bed, implying there's no ceiling. Let me look out the window. If you're going to use a 3D software, figure out how 3D shadows.
What do I do? If I go out there, they'll think I did this.
Nah, just go to bed.
Oh no, you saw a random fairy flying around at night. That must mean that it's the culprit, because no one else would be up in this entire gigantic castle for any other reason. You know everyone's motivations here and their schedules. It could be a guard on duty or something. I don't know. Why would it have to be somebody who's responsible for this? In fact, I know the whole, like, the criminal returns to the scene of the crime type of thing, but not now. The crime is done. Move on. Okay, let me just invest this image. Okay, so thank you. Do you want to go again? I love that. The bear is so cute. The bear looks cute just like you. Haha, lol. Lol XD. Good night, Eric.
What?
Good night, Bella.
Bella.
Yes.
Bella.
LOL XD, indeed.
LOL
Yeah.
XD. Oh my
Yes,
god.
not to be confused with Bella from That One Mute Girl, or Arabella, also from That One Mute Girl. This is Rosabella.
Are you still awake?
Bella?
Oh.
Is there a problem?
I think I
Why would that seem like a casual question of... She got asked if she was still awake by King earlier in this scene, in this episode, I mean. And that didn't seem like an emergency when that happened. So why is this... Like, that was like normal punctuation. That feels like a casual thing to say in text.
He didn't say lol XD, so it was very
LOL XD.
misleading.
Oh, yeah. Rao uwu. That's obviously how they all talk, yeah.
saw a shadow pass by my window.
A shadow?
By your window, it was above you.
Hurry!
That's not a window.
Oh, okay, so if you go out alone, they'll think it was you. But if you go out and you're accompanied by somebody else, then they'll obviously think that's not a thing, because this is obviously the work of one person, you know, burning down an entire set of crops.
Well,
Clearly, more than one person wouldn't be a benefit to this operation. It has to be one person responsible.
Why not talk to the teacher about it? Okay, I don't know. At least he's a point of authority.
Well, Eric is clearly very trustworthy, you know.
Oh, so he can serve as a witness and no one will question him because he definitely has no ulterior motives. Even though, in the previous scene, when he doubted the Rosabella being like involved, they called him a knight in shining armor and dismissed his thoughts as baseless. So yeah, reliable witness that everyone believes.
Oh god. Oh.
This is bad. Look at all of the weeds. You two,
They weren't there before, but sure, look at them.
tell the guards to sound the alarm.
What is with the weeds?
I guess they're
Weeds
new.
don't exist. Weeds
No,
don't
I'll
exist.
stay here. I want to see what's happening.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I no longer want to live in this dimension.
No, go,
All right.
go tell the guards, please. Don't be standing there. They're gonna think it's you. You're not helping your case.
This is like every 80s movie. We can't call the cops, they'll lock us up and they'll think we're crazy. We must solve it as well, random band of children with no experience.
Yeah, because that's not gonna make you look even more incriminated at all. Oh god. Ah!
They wouldn't believe us, even though the evidence is right there.
You and Adrian should stick together. I'll go tell the guards.
Oh, this music.
Why didn't you go
This
with Eric?
wasn't the music
It's
in my
dangerous
street.
here.
Just like the
It might have been.
You know
I've
that
heard
one?
similar music. I've heard similar music in my stream. I don't know if it's like this exact track. There's a channel called Athmal Music, by the way, that's documented like almost every piece of music Athmal's ever used. So it's probably on there somewhere if it was in my streets.
I feel like it was maybe used one of the mind control scenes in my street.
Maybe.
Dangerous? The shadow. Did you see it too?
It's the same one from the forest.
Did you see?
What gave it away? There's a concept in like visual design that's called the silhouette test. It's basically like, you know, you take the silhouette of your character, and if you're able to identify that is your character based on just the silhouette alone, that's a good sign. Not everyone does this, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, for example, like Stitch, for example, you can figure out like Stitch's shape based on like anything, Mickey Mouse, like stuff like that. But that implies that, of course, you know, this shadow, the one that we saw before, I'm pretty sure would fail the silhouette test. It's not distinct enough for people in or out of universe to identify just based on the form that it takes. So this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Where it went?
I tried, but it disappeared.
What are you two doing here?
I told you.
What are you five doing here?
But aren't you you're not the guards though. We went to go get the guards.
Why did everyone go outside?
Oh my god. Also, oh my god.
Yeah, by the way, Remember I said before that we should like get a different shot that shows more like the desolation of the kingdom? This shot works. If you had this back on this landscape, this is what they should have used.
No, she didn't. She was with Adrian and I when it happened.
Professor, what are these? They don't seem like normal weeds.
I don't know. They look like vines. Oh, what?
Casibia, I guess. Yeah.
Cursibia?
Kirby?
I haven't heard that before.
I think it's more like curse, as in like, you know, magical curse rather than...
Nah, I like Kirby more because it sucks the nutrients out of the ground. Kirby.
And yeah, there goes the result. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Bless your hearts when y'all are madder than a wet hen. That can't be defined as like Bond using Southern American phrases. Bless your hearts, but y'all are madder than a wet hen.
Oh my god.
It's a rare weed that only grows in Azor.
In Azor?
I like how there's no consistency between like the way that the voice had to say lines. Like it was like Casibia. Casibia? It's a rare weed that only grows in Azor. In Azor?
In Azor? Yeah, this is where you make a guide of how to say each word.
Yeah, which in our line of work is usually me. Because Aiden got me to for some people to like record like a version of
crap.
Well, yeah, no, it's fine because like, most of that stuff was like, you know, like either like most of that was like ancient Greek words or stuff. So then I just like recorded stuff like Epimetheus, you know, just like I said like Google like text to speech basically. That was my method.
You need to make a channel where you just say those things.
Oh. Just every video is like 1 second long.
Aren't Azorians prohibited from all kingdoms? How did those weeds get in here?
Yeah, because no one ever breaks the law.
Yeah, you know.
Everyone, get inside the castle.
But we can't leave the fields in this situation. We've got to stop the weeds
We have to
from
destroy the
spreading.
weeds somehow.
Yeah, if only the castle had like gardeners, attendants, employees of some kind. So that the guests don't have to do the jobs for them.
Wingrove won't withstand this.
Rosabella, what are you doing? It's not safe.
I like how the teacher doesn't react right now.
They're just weeds. It's fine. They're magic weeds, you know.
Well, I mean, if they weren't here during the morning, then they'd probably grow very quickly. We don't want a repeat of Yumi from that one episode.
I mean, this is a cool shot.
It's that. This is also the thumbnail shot.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Ah, she's using Korra's spirit bending. Nice. I like how the tubes that form the vines are just like retracting. Like they're not points or anything.
They're really weirdly distracting though. You see the inside of the tube, which is hollow.
You did well, Rosabella.
I was just trying to help.
Yes, you know.
Yeah,
Did you know you could do that though?
Yes, you snuck out at night. You disobeyed my orders to return, but it was darn good flying.
In fact, you remind me of someone.
Who, Professor?
The Queen! You remind me of the Queen! You must be the Queen!
I mean, maybe it's some king, because we know about Rosabella's father, so I'm really hoping they don't do this twist where Rosabella's father was a royal. I really hope that's not the case, because
I was making a reference to the Guardians, but you know what? Sure.
Okay, yeah, oh yeah, fair enough.
You must be the Queen!
Yes, the Queen has an interest in astronomy, a connection to astronomy, and also has been known to remove vines without any tips on top of them.
Student of mine, don't be late for class.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Hi, Rosabella. I'm sorry if I mistreated you before.
I mean...
Oh, there you are. Shall we go to class?
Believe the rumors, which was... I mean, you didn't do anything.
You have a unique power, which we never established was a royal exclusive thing.
Okay.
So
let's talk about pacing for this episode real quick. What is this pacing?
Wait, Aiden, before we get to that, we're almost done with the episode. Let's do the pacing bit after we finish this.
God,
yeah.
I hate this pacing. This pacing.
Keep that in mind.
Do you want to come with us?
Of course.
Oh, I guess she's fine with it. Does she not realize like how superficial they're being? Like, does that not like make the connection? No, I guess fine, whatever.
Oh well, I guess. Okay. Oh, okay. What?
What?
I think that's like.
What?
Oh, I think this is like the next episode or
Yeah, I
something.
think
Like a
that's
hint
the
at,
next
yeah.
Okay.
By saying, oh, now we get like country music or something.
The music and the ending make get copyright claim. So, yay. Episode
The
ends.
teacher for explaining a law in a non-dumping way. I both love and hate you, Mr. Teacher. Is that like an awful lot like a music app I use? Well, yeah. So there we go. Lost in thought. Okay, no idea. Okay, Aiden, go ahead. Pacing.
The pacing was hot trash in this episode.
Yeah.
So the episode opens up with a weird chase scene which may take place in the past, present, or future. We don't actually know where
Or not at all. It could be a dream, a simulation.
Who knows that was even real? But there's like this weird, unnecessary 3D chase scene. Then we cut back to the present day or something, I guess, with them in the house. And then the king breaks in and assaults her guest and assaults her as they both tug on her arms. And then her best friend comes back. And then they go back to the school. And then at the school, the other love interest goes in there. It goes and talks to Rosabella. And right before that, it's revealed that he's been working with Pink, kind of, but not really. But then he decides to cut off working with Pink in that weird scene that exists. But you know what? That's fine. But you know, he talks to Rosabella, and they kind of have like a little cute exchange. Then they all go on a ship. They have a little dance party. Then they go to this kingdom where everything is dead. And then there are these flowers and flowers with roots. And then Rosabella goes up to them and is like, I'm not, because everyone thinks she's guilty, which is stressing her out. But then she like puts out her hand and like the roots disappear. And then the teacher congratulates her, alluding that she's something. I don't know. And then the friends who are kind of mistreating him, sort of a little bit, I guess, are now kind of her friends, and they go off. That's how the episode ends. What do you mean? This makes sense as an episode and story. It makes so much sense. I understand everything.
Yeah. You know how before we were talking about like how in the writing for season 3 we went overboard with like details potentially, and how we were suggesting like, oh, what if we cut stuff up or something? Yeah, the reason that it works, the reason we said we wouldn't do that because like beginning, middle, and end structure. This episode does not have that.
Like
so you could slice this into like a million pieces. Each scene could be its own separate episode, and no one would bat an eye. That's the problem.
I mean, and oh my god, like the pacing, like what was the focus of this episode? Like Rosabella's power, the power reveal thing didn't happen to the very end of the episode and wasn't really hinted at or built up throughout the episode at all. The opening scene,
there was like the growth like on the leaves on the tree thing. There was like
the
that was
opening
one hint.
still makes no sense. Like after watching the episode, I can say the opening makes no sense. Maybe it's something where it's like, oh, in future episodes, we're going to understand what that opening scene meant. But it doesn't make any sense right now. And I'm so confused with what that opening scene means or is meant to. And then like the love interest stuff, I'm so annoyed by at this point because like I know we're only 7 episodes in, but for a Gacha series, that's pretty deep into it. And yet it feels like she's like dancing around both love interests at this point. It's like commit to one. You know what I mean?
Like I said before, it depends on like how long the series is as to like how
yeah,
far.
But for a
that's gonna
Gacha
be.
series, 7 episodes is pretty crazy deep in. For you to be dancing around it like in the way the writing is. Like if this was like a 20 episode TV season, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. But since like for Gacha shows, how long it takes to make an episode, and how long and how like Gacha shows are written and tend to be paced, this is a really weirdly paced romance. You know, where romance is actually the point. Like, at least in the Music Freaks, romance isn't necessarily the whole point. You know, there is romance in it, but, you know, like, there's other character arcs going on that take priority over the romance. But in this, romance seems to take more priority over, you know, the character arcs, other character arcs, for some reason. But, you know, oh God, the pacing! What is pacing? I don't understand this story pacing. And like
Yeah.
I think this creator is very talented when it comes to visuals. Granted, I don't always agree with all the visual choices. Like some of the 3D looks really weird and unnecessary.
I'll talk.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think this creator is really talented visually. But the story is really poorly put together.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the visuals here. This will be my wrap up. Will be about the visuals then, because you talk about the pacing a lot. So the 3D stuff, like Aiden said before, I admire the attempt. And like, yes, I recognize that learning an entirely new software is never easy. I mean, for crying out loud, learning Gacha itself for us and like all the editing techniques that we've like included over the years was a learning curve. And if you watch our early episodes, you can see that very much so. That being said, the reason that I was so harsh like on the 3D in this one is because a lot of the issues that come up with the 3D raise questions that otherwise would not have existed. Like the way that it is framed actively creates problems for the story that's already suffering a lot because of the pacing. So that's why in this instance the mistakes that happen in here actively take away from the experience even further. And that's the problem. If it's just like, okay, you know, whatever, like random visual error, you know, funny animation moment, it happens in like every single animated project that's ever made. You know, you're never going to avoid that. But yeah, like like when it becomes either a distraction or a hindrance, that's where the problems come in. Like the shadow from like the projection on the ceiling, the way that like the camera, like the rotation of the actual king, you know, his head, the arrow from the hill, the fact that she went on like a whole entire journey to get to that place, even though somehow she was at a vantage point where he was at a vantage point where he got to see her and she could see him, and then that never comes up again. Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah. So that's the real problem. So I'm hoping that, you know, much like Music Freaks, where the first foray into a visual upgrade was iffy, then in the future it will start to make a lot more sense going forward.
Fair, when it comes to the Music Freaks, episode 5 on a visual level, actually, I still think isn't that bad, even if it has some minor animation mistakes. I actually think episode 5 of the Music Freaks is pretty well animated. Not as
most of the animation mistakes, again, they don't detract in the way that this does. They don't raise like lore questions. They just raise questions of like, oh,
I mean,
wow, the Ritsuke's shoulder was very funny, that kind of thing.
Episode 5 of the Music Freaks just fails on fundamentally a story level for me than an animation level. Like it could have been in Gacha Life, and it still would have been just as bad. Story level.
We've talked about that. I'm just saying, like, strictly from visual speaking, because like obviously you've gone into the story details about this. Although I guess like the best way to have visuals, especially if you're just starting out with something, think about what complements your story. You know, like take the Guardians for example, where like the way that the visual style works now, like the way that's like the abstract, fast-paced, comical nature of the edits. And the background changes and stuff like actually actively complements and adds to like the scenes. It doesn't detract from them because it's part of like the general experience that we understand as viewers that's not actually happening in real time. This stuff is. That's the difference. Yeah. Do emojis count as center swing to the middle of the finger emoji towards episode? We'll say that you did. Fair enough. Okay. Prism, then we've saved you for last. So, yeah.
Well, the one time I can join a stream, and it's one of the worst episodes. But as expected with this series. Oh, that sounds mean. I love this series. I also hate this series. It just it's very infuriating. Most things, like
it's
most things that happen are just so convenient, and I don't know, overpowered main characters just
which seemed to be like underpowered before. I think I might have a bit of a bias actually. I like underpowered main characters more than overpowered ones because I like to see the ways that they like find.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't like the fact that she's becoming this. I don't know. The strong.
One of her. One of her best aspects is now being undercut. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't actually mind having an overpowered main protagonist. I think it can work if written well. But this show is just not written very well, and that's, I think, a major issue with it.
It wasn't written to facilitate an overpowered protagonist in the first place, because it was written to facilitate somebody who is in over their head pretty much all the time, but desperately, like her journey is finding out like how she belongs where she does. Or like, the breaking down of the very boundaries that were imposed before her. That's the reason that she was there. The queen accepted her into the place, into the academy because of her kindness, because of like the way that she actually acted. And that's something we're missing now.
I do think there are some elements that are really cool that could be explored more, like the kingdoms and stuff, but they're always overshadowed by the romance.
I'm worried about the idea of like the royals going to help out different kings, but the only reason I'm worried about that is because I've watched Realm Royals, Aphmal's worst show by a mile, and I know how that concept can be butchered very easily in the wrong hands. Oh look, the wrong hands.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even really, at this point, honestly, I don't really even fully grasp what the main point of the show is. Is the point of the main character self-actualizing in a royal school? Is it about her going to place, helping people? Is it about her falling in love? I don't know. I do kind of feel, I guess it could be multiple things at once, but it does kind of, is it about some evil antagonistic force going to kingdom, area to area, ruining things, but the main protagonist always stops them? Like, I do kind of wonder what the show is trying to be, which I think that's something you kind of gotta try to answer with your show. Be like,
that might be the worst. That might be the worst sin this episode commits. Actually, is that it's so bad it casts doubt on the rest of the show that was already tenuous at best.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you want your show to be? What is your show when you break it down? Like, just give a simple concept, Like, I feel like that's the best way, Like,
it feels like Same DNA or whoever wrote the series, actually, because could be somebody else. Probably sure it's the same person. Usually isn't gacha content. The writer just that ran out of ideas and decided to like include a bunch of like new things, like the story in a new direction, and that happened to coincide with the episode where you want to test out a new animation software. Not a good thing if you want to complement a story without having to reestablish the story from the very beginning.
I mean, like bringing up some of our shows, for example, like The Mutant Girl, for example, has a basic premise of girl with dragon tail mutation has to find a way to make it through life with this, thing that's been saddled on her. Fallen Angels, Adam has...
Well, Fallen's a bit more complicated, but not
Adam's
not
a bit more
not you can't understand.
It's like Adam has a complicated, Adam doesn't like the way the angel system is, rebels, and from that rebellion, chaotic stuff happens, and, he has to actively fight stuff.
Yeah, hijinks ensue. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
you
easy stuff you can understand.
A basic premise, at least, Obviously, there's more complex elements to both, to anything, really, but,
with stories usually have the inciting incidents, that kickstarts like the major events. Inciting incident is, more when a meeting Raina and Julius or like being at the school and then like the.
I would say that inciting incident is more of her going to the school than her meeting.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Raina and Julius were this important to begin with because like their friendship establishing from the beginning was like the reason that she was able to cope better going forward. But yeah, so either one, there's an argument for whichever one. Okay, fair enough. Inciting incident for Fallen Angels, Adam deciding to actually finally stand up and rescue somebody who was about to die in the most unfair manner that he has seen in centuries. The Guardians, Miyuki and Mizuki get called over to see this portal, and it turns out they were supposed to be there all along, and so were Miyu and Ayaka, I believe it was at the time, and what happens from that point onwards, the separation, the reunion, the Guardians of finding each other, all that stuff, like that's what kicks that forward. Until now, the inciting incident of this story, I would have said, was Rosabella being able to bring flowers to the Queen, and the Queen being able to inviting her over. That was what kickstarted the rest of the entire story, and usually that would mean that the consequence of that is what we explore in the series. I guess that means that we've got to the end of the possibilities regarding that and about the and just about the two boys, and now we have to introduce like other forces on top of what already exists. Usually a seasonal break would happen before that happens, and that was why it makes a transition into something new a little bit more palatable. Like, say, the return of Abraxas, the introduction of more threatening elements to the world and their world during the camping trip, or the discovery of the Queen. Any of those examples there. But yeah, in this case, okay, well, not that to say that it's never happened before in between, but it's more difficult to execute. And like I've always said, when it comes to visuals versus story, if you have to pick one, always focus on story. You can have as many 3 upgrades. This could have been like the most amazing 3 implementation of Gacha that ever existed, and you still would have the same issues despite that. Maybe not as many with the visual stuff, but again, the story thing is what's gonna cause all the problems. So we'll see how they solve them next time. I guess if this is the worst episode, then there's nowhere to go but up. So stay tuned for episode 8 at some stage. Not quite right now.
8 already.
Well, not right now, not this second, but I mean like next time.
No. I wasn't saying we're gonna review something else, but like we're at 7. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and also next time that you're around, Prism, we might we might look into the Meant to Be series, the one that you recommended, so you get to enjoy something else.
Well, maybe we'll.
Okay, but we'll see if you're around sometime the rest of the weekend. Maybe
it's not the best series, but it's amusing to say the least. And also,
okay.
I'm so happy about the ending. I don't know if I'm gonna say the same thing for Royale for
the beginning. Oh, okay, fine.
No, I don't like the direction the series is going.
Okay. Are you free tomorrow, by the way?
What, me?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay. Well, in that case, we might save that for tomorrow.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, yes. And if you're not available, we could always do that thing I suggested, Jacob.
Oh, yes, exactly, yeah.
If you can't do tomorrow, we could always do the thing.
Yes, we've got we have options.
We have backup just in case.
Okay, but in any case, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time.
Bye.
Drugs.